Okay, Likutei Halachos. Okay, Likutei Halachos. Likutei Halachos is Krias Shma Likutei. We're holding Masif Yudalid. Zeh B'chinas Tila LeDavid. Sharma Mikodem. This is the Asher that we said before. Chazal said, Kol Ha'omer Tila LeDavid. Whoever says Ashrei Shalosh Pamim B'yom, Muftach Lo Shu Ben Olam Haba. If you say it 3 times a day, you are assured that you have Olam Haba. Ma'itanu, says the Gemara. What's the reason why? What's such a big inyan about Asher Shavesechon? Ilem Shudis Be'alef Beis Leimat Tmane Ape. If because it has the Aleph, the Psukim go according to the Aleph Beis Asher. Asher Shavesechon V'chasel Hashem Shekach Hashem Shekach. הרוב מבחינת בכל יום המחליק, הגדול דור שם המסך, הדק ובדרך. So it goes according to the Aleph base. If it's because of that, Torah Kufrites has 8 times the Aleph base. Every pasuk has 8 times Aleph, 8 times the pasuk, 8 verses that start with Aleph and 8 verses that start with base. So it says, if you're saying it's because of Aleph base, say, Kufrites, it has 8 times all the entire elements. Lematamniap, it says the one with 8 elements. These are panos. It has you open up your hands and you satisfy. You give will and rosin to everyone, favor to everyone. It says lemahol lagadol. Said ahol lagadol. There's talks about much more about panos. Because they have both aspects. It has the Aleph base and it has Parnos. This is very strange. Supposedly. What's the big thing? What's the big spritz? Because it has Aleph base, you are certain that you have a Olam Haba. And the second one is even weirder. Because it is mentioned Parnasa, you're promised such a huge thing, you have Olam Haba. What's going on here? And the teretz is also difficult to understand, because they have both. So, say to Kapitel Kuf Yutes, and say Halagadol, you have both. What's the teretz? So you have to say that what the fa'enfen of the Gemara is that it's a great milah, the fact that they are both intertwined in one sound, Aleph base and Parnasa. And if you wonder what's the kesha between Parnasa and Aleph base, that's why the Tila David, the Asher Shavesechon, is so precious. That it has both of them together, that if you say it 3 times a day, you are certain to be Bein Olam Haba. So but in is as follows, because these 2 aspects, the big shevach of this mitzvah of Tila LeDavid, it says in Aleph base, and it has Parnasa that comes from Hashem. With these 2 bechinas, we will be able to come back to Kodesh Baruch Hu bevada. That's why you are promised. You are sorry. Boy, I exploded. I virtually exploded. This is, you're promised to be an Olam Haba because you for sure will do tshuva. Because the main tshuva is by the dibur. It says, take words with you and come back to Hashem. And Chazal said, I'm not asking with you, only dvorim. All I is just talk. The main tshuva, you're zoicha through saying Tehillim. Because it's completely comprised of incredibly holy diburim, of crying and begging and supplication and glories and songs and praises to Hashem Yisrael, which all of which brings you to tshuva. That's the milah of the Aleph base of this particular song, because the Aleph base The Aleph base includes all the 22 Aslan, all the Chav Beis Aslan, the 22 letters, which comprise all the words in the world, all the Dibur in the world, because they are all just combinations of the 22 letters. And all the Averis in the world, all the sins in the world, are also Krias Kaf Beis Aslan, the 22 letters. That when Chas Chalila, the Oisius, that exists in that particular matter, that the person transgresses, he brings it down to the place where he brings it down to Sitra Achra Hashem B'nacham. And the living essence of all the things are the letters that exist in that thing. The letters with which this thing was created. B'dvar Hashem Shamayim Nasim, with the words of Hashem, the heavens were made. And through the Avera Chas v'Shalom, a person brings down these oases to a place where it brings them down. That's why the Ikar Tikkun is through talking. Because with this you're taking the letters of the Dibur Tov and you fix the damage that was caused with the Avera, which is the maintenance of Gamma Diva, the oases. As Avinu said in a few places. It says in a few places. That's why through Tehillah David it has all the Aleph base, it's all the Diburim in the world, all the talk in the world, all the Oisius in the world, which is all the combinations of the Aleph base. With this you can rectify absolutely everything. With this you're going to pull down on yourself Kedusha by sanctifying your Dibur. You should always say praises to Hashem and songs to Hashem a lot with this Dibur that is comprised, a talk which is comprised from the 22 letters, from the Aleph base. And with this you can bring down upon yourself the huge rachmanis and kindness of Hashem Yisborach that is mentioned in this particular Heilige Psalm. I mean, this Psalm is just, when you just stop and say it verse for verse, usually in Tehillim there is some kind of pshat. Yeah, I mean it's in poetry, so many times it breaks from one verse to the next. The narrative, it tells you one thing, my troubles are great, my enemies are many, they overcome me. There's some kind of a narrative. In this Mizmor is like, there's no narrative. It's practically, the only narrative there is I will praise you. I will let people know of your greatness. And the other place is just the praise of Hashem in almost like Gadol Hashem Me'olam Me'od Ve'eto En Chekin. Hashem is great and He's very praised and His greatness has no end. It's like statements. Sometimes it's statements that it's like you say Hashem is great this way, then Hashem is great this way, then Hashem is great this way, then He's saying it this way. It's like there's no narrative. You're not saying, listen, I feel this, I feel that, this happened in my head. It's just like the Shevach HaKadosh Baruch Hu, this way, that way, that way. I will tell it, I will give it to you. It's like and then some of the men says you open up your hands and you bestow goodness, favor for everyone. This entire Aleph base is a tremendously holy Mizmor that praises the greatness of Kadosh Baruch Hu to no end, and his compassion for all his creations, and his incredible goodness and his incredible chesed that is close to everyone. That whoever is calling him is close to him. And at the end he says, Tilas Hashem Edaber Pi, V'ech Kol Masah Hashem Kodsher Olam V'oed. The praise of Hashem, my mouth will speak, and all flesh will praise the name of Hashem for eternity, forever and ever. That every flesh will bless the whole heilige name of Kadosh Baruch Hu forever. This, bevadai, this will bring about the tikkun and rectification for everything, because this will, all the shears and tishbochas, that all flesh will be Mishaveh HaKadosh Baruch Hu, will rectify all the averes, all the tzirufim that fell to where they fell through the aver. This is Klal Dibur Sh'Ba'olam, and it will take them and will flip them over to the Heilige Aleph base, which is the Diburim of his B'yadus and Shir Tishboch HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He says it's an incredible eitzah, very easy eitzah that everybody can very easily keep. I mean, you can be zerchet to tshuva and chayil above for the deeper, just talk. All you need to do is just talk. But there's a tremendous meaning for that, which is what? The parnasa. Every single person is so busy with this parnasa, so he's not really oisik the way he should. It's such a small little eitzah, it's an easy eitzah. Just talk to Hashem. Come to Hashem through Dibur, through the Heilige Dibur of the Aleph, of the 22 letters of the Aleph. But really, this is not a minyan, because you have to remind yourself what the truth is, that there's no way, Jose, that you can bring down your parnasa by your toil and your hard work. This is kfir chas v'sholom. This is koich v'yotzim yodi. It's the might of my hand. Chas v'sholom. But you have to believe in Hashem. That the parnasa is only from Hashem. He says, "Zachat Hashem Elokecha, galech koyach asot chayil." You remember Hashem, your Lord, that gives you koyach asot chayil. The Targum says that it gives you eitzah how to acquire property. Koyach asot chayil, which katuv in this mizah. Necho lecha yisaveru. Everybody's eyes are looking up to you, and you give them their food right on time. And this is the mile of this mitzvah that has the Aleph base. You have the Shevach and you have Parnasa, both coming together. We'll continue about this tomorrow.